I'd like to invite RIG Kamal Sanghvi to give his address. Kamalji, can you unmute yourself, please?
In the morning, I did speak briefly about membership, and I know Shekhar, in all his enthusiasm, has spoken about membership, but I would just like to dwell on certain points and just add to that. First, before I do that, I bring greetings from President Holger and his gracious wife Suzanne to you, Sunil, and I think all of you, both of you, and all the members of your district. They send their blessings, they send their good wishes for this conference, and I'm sure they would be enlightened when they get a report of this conference, and probably you can have a small snippet prepared for the entire conference, Sunil, and send it to the president for his review. You know, in the morning, I purposely didn't address one person. You have an outstanding Rotarian amidst you in your district. A man with a vision, a man with a thought process, a man with vigor, the man has a unique style, a man who thinks out of the box. That's none other than the other side of the coin. I'm on the one side of the coin, he's on the other side of the coin, is Director Bharat Pandya and his gracious wife Madhavi. It's been an absolute pleasure for me to be on the board along with Bharat and Madhavi. We've had some fantastic time, and he is my alter ego. He is my thumb. We have had a fantastic working and a friendship relationship. And let me tell you, all you Rotarians here of the district, you've got a director who is one of the finest directors on the board. His thought process, his clarity of thought, the way he presents himself, the way he argues on the board and makes sure that people follow him. He's one of the directors who are the best directors our country has produced. And I'm so proud of you, brother Bharat, that I have had the opportunity to share the same bench as you have shared. So thank you again, Bharat, for always being there for me and being my brother, not only on the board, but in the life at large. And always being at my side whenever I needed you at whatever time or an hour of the day. So thank you, Bharat, for the leadership which you provide not only to your district, but to the worldwide Rotary movement. Thank you so much. So let me just start a bit about what membership is all about. Rotary is a miracle. Let me say that and let me repeat that again. Rotary is a miracle. In this greedy world, where so many do not hesitate to take advantage of others, Rotarians are prepared to share and to give. Rotary is all about giving. Rotary is all about doing something for the other. Rotary is a miracle because in this increasing violent world where intolerance is rampant, be it ethnic, be it religious, be it caste, be it creed, be it, Rotarians lend a hand of friendship, peace, and opportunity by giving sight to the blind, by giving food to the hungry, by giving water to the thirsty, by giving ghar, jo log beghar hai, unhe ghar dete hain. The list is endless. The opportunities which Rotary creates for the people who are less fortunate is unparalleled. And these miracles, ye jo दूसरों के लोगों के सपने हम साकार करते हैं, दूसरों की जिंदगियों को खुशनुमा बनाते हैं, किसी और की जिंदगी और किसी और के होठों पे जो हम खुशियां लाते हैं, they live in the hearts of the Rotarians. ये हमारे दिल में बसते हैं, हमारे दिमाग में बसते हैं, हमारे रूह में बसते हैं, हमारे जहन में बसते हैं. And this is what membership is all about. हम कहते हैं कि humanity is our business. हम कहते हैं कि ह्यूमैनिटी इज आवर बिजनेस एंड द वर्क ऑफ रोटरी. और अगर वो बिजनेस हमें करना है तो हमें और हाथ चाहिए, हमें और लोग चाहिए, हमें और तादाद में लोग चाहिए. वी नीड मोर एंड मोर हैंड्स टू सर्व, बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू डू एनीथिंग रेलेवेंट, इट इज absolutely important that your reach should be far greater than what it is today. And membership is the only sustainable advantage we have. अगर हमारा bread and butter is membership, हमारा मूल मंत्र is membership, and when our membership increases, our clubs are becoming more vibrant. अगर एक क्लब में members बढ़ते हैं तो वो क्लब और vibrant होता है क्योंकि और सेवा कर सकता है और लोगों के दुख दूर कर सकता है and we have more to show to the world. अगर हम ज़्यादा member हैं तो we can reach, our outreach is much more. We can go to more countries, more cities, more towns, more villages, more streets, more villages. You can extend your reach across the world in a much more fashion than what you are doing today. And membership is Rotary's highest internal priority. अगर कोई भी priority Rotary की है तो सबसे बड़ी priority अगर Rotary की internal priority है is its membership. However, invariably जब भी हम membership की बात करते हैं तो लोग कहते हैं membership growth क्यों चाहिए? Why take new members? क्यों हमें नए members लेने की जरूरत है? आज size हमारा club is the ideal size. हमें और लोग नहीं चाहिए. We are the most beautiful club. We are the most interesting club. We don't need new members. We are enough. We are an exclusive club. We don't want to lose our exclusivity. You know, when people talk like this, I get very disturbed. There is no such thing as enough member. There is no such thing as exclusive member. Every Rotarian across the world is an exclusive individual because he does God's own work. वो भगवान का अपना कार्य करता है, अल्लाह का अपना कार्य करता है. So every member is exclusive. Can I say Sunil, when he joined, he was not exclusive? When Sunil brings in a member, or probably when Paritosh brings in a member, you think they will not bring in exclusive member? You think they will bring in members which are not good? No, every Rotarian touches somebody. And you know why? And I always believe that then the million-dollar question is, how do we increase membership? How do we increase this membership? 20 साल से हम सुनते आ रहे हैं कि we are at 2 million. Shekhar spoke about it. We are at 2 million. But now, you know what? There is this president-elect who dreams. He dreams that जो 20 साल में नहीं हुआ, हम लोग 12 महीने में करके दिखाएंगे. From 1.2, we want to go to 1.3. President-elect का काम है सपने देखना. उसे साकार करना हम लोग का काम है. उसको मंजिल तक पहुंचाना हम आप सब गवर्नर्स एंड रोटेरियंस एंड प्रेसिडेंट्स एंड द डिस्ट्रिक्ट टीम का काम है that we bring foundation to the dreams of our great leader Shekhar Mehta. And how we going to do it? Our president has a very simple theme. बहुत ही सरल सोच है कि everyone bring one, each one bring one, EOBO. Let me ask you a question. You know what? Somebody touched you. Somebody brought Sunil into this fantastic world of Rotary so that he can enjoy the fellowship of Rotary. Someone brought Paritosh, someone brought Ashok Mahajan into this fantastic world of Rotary so that he can enjoy the gift of giving and making somebody else's life beautiful. He can enjoy that. Now it is our turn. Somebody touched you and brought you into this Rotary world. Now it is your turn to bring somebody else into this Rotary world. And it is such a simple thing. And I would ask, if I ask Sunil and I ask Ashok ji, that would you be able to bring one member in that next 12 months? Is it a difficult task? I'm sure Sunil will say, no, definitely I can bring one member in the next 12 months. You can bring your relative, you can bring your friend, you can bring your business partner, you can bring your neighbor. And how do you bring them? What are the different ideas? But what I want to talk about first is today, instead of asking for new membership, you are on the last leg of the Rotary year. For Sunil, I think the most important part, Sunil, is retention. You've done a fabulous job in bringing in new members, new clubs, and also the road track base has increased in your district. Unbelievable. In the COVID times, you have even surpassed your own mark. You have defeated yourself, but what I want now is that there should be 100% retention. Now, having said that, I keep on saying that we are doing fantastic work. हम भगवान का अपना कार्य करते हैं. हम कहते रहते हैं कि हम humanity को ठीक करते हैं, फिर लोग हमें छोड़ के क्यों जाते हैं? Why do people leave us? That's a question I want to ask everyone, and I want a question to ponder. Everyone should ponder it. जब हम भगवान का अपना कार्य करते हैं, तो लोग हमें छोड़ के क्यों जाते हैं? उसके दो reason हैं. You know what? Rotarian Con Doyle analyzed this and he says there are two reasons why Rotarians leave Rotary clubs. One, either they are priced out, or the second is they are worked out. Let me repeat it. Rotarian Con Doyle said Rotarians leave Rotary in spite of us doing such fantastic work is because either they are priced out or they are worked up. Cost is a major issue. You're paying a fee. And each Rotarian needs to get a value for the money he spends in Rotary. Hence, it is essential that we have social activities, projects, which is worthwhile, fruitful for his investment. So involvement of a Rotarian is extremely important. Involve every member of your club. Give him some soup for thought. Make sure that he is there and he is loved. And the second is he's loved. It is important that we make every member feel wanted in our club. And you know that retention is a very simple formula. और हमेशा मैं ये कहता हूँ, आज फिर दोहराता हूँ कि रोटरी प्यार मोहब्बत इश्क की कहानी है, रोटरी भाईचारा की कहानी है, रोटरी दोस्ताना की कहानी, रोटरी दिल की कहानी है. अगर रोटरी करनी है तो दोस्तों दिल से करो, प्यार से करो. Make every member feel that he is the best person in the world. And how do you do that? So let me give you a small example ki retention kare. Mere club hai Rotary Club of Dhanbad. As usual, there are many members who are very good members, very productive members. They give donations, they write checks very fast. Whenever there is a service project, there is a member in our club who is called Rajiv Sablok, and his wife is Sonia Sablok. Rajiv is a Maruti dealer and an extremely wealthy man. He's got about maybe 14 businesses spread all across India, starting from Bombay, Delhi, Dhanbad, Calcutta. And he's extremely busy, but he's very passionate about Rotary, but he does not have the time. So every time we go to him, he says, okay, write a check, but yeah, don't ask me to come to a meeting. But then we want him to engage him into Rotary. So you know what, we decided that we need to get him into the Rotary meeting. So when the first meeting took place and we all took a pledge that we'll have him in, after the dinner was over at 10 o'clock in the night, we landed up at Rajiv's house. 5 of us got into a car, Sandeep Narang, Sanjay Khemka, they all past governors, they are members of my club. We got into a car and went to Rajiv Sablok's house. And as soon as he rang the bell, Sonia opened the house door and she looked at us and she beamed. She said, oh, wow, Kamal, you've come. Come in. And then we were given drinks and we were giving snacks, and huge warm welcome was given to us. And we with folded hands told Rajiv and Sonia, you may not miss us, but we miss you. Come to our club meetings. Predictably, next Tuesday, which is our regular club meeting day, they didn't come. Again at 10 o'clock in the night, 5 of us got into the car and went back to his house. The doorbell rang, he opened the door. This time Sonia saw her watch, and 10 o'clock, she said, okay, come in, Kamal. The enthusiasm was gone. We came in, they gave us the drinks, the snacks were not served, and quickly we had our drinks and we left. Again, we told them, please come to the club meeting, we miss you dearly. Next Tuesday, predictably, they were not there. The third Tuesday, again, next Tuesday in the meeting, after the meeting, we again got into the car and went to the club, went to their house. And this time Sonia opened the door, didn't even wish me. She went straight into the kitchen and yelled from them, Rajiv, come into the kitchen. As soon as Rajiv went into the kitchen, he says, what type of friends you have? They come at 10 o'clock in the night. Again, I told Rajiv, please come to the club meeting. We love you very much and we miss you. Predictably, next Tuesday, our meeting starts at 8 o'clock. Rajiv was in the hall at 7:30. It's not that Rajiv wanted to be there, but he made sure, Sonia made sure that he was out of the house and into the Rotary meeting. It is as simple as this. This is just on a broader, on a much more, lighter mode, which I'm saying. What I want you to say is that you need to make your members feel. When is the last time when your member was sick in a hospital or in your house that you went and visited? I'm sure if I ask you to raise a hand, there'll be very few hands raised in the crowd. You need to go there and tell a person, I love you very much. And that is what retains a member. That is what asks a member to come in. So I want, Sunil, put all your might and strength, every president here, every secretary who's listening to me, every club member. We cannot afford to lose one member, because losing one member is losing a family of 4. Not only we lose one member, they deter another 4 for coming into Rotary. So I think it's extremely important that we retain every member. By the 30th June, Sunil, when you lay down, demit your office, you should give me 100% on retention. I think that's the topmost priority which I would want you to concentrate on. Coming to new members, each one bring one. Yes, I asked each one of you that, is it too much of a tall task? You know, we have very thought process. Rotary has become very lenient. Rotary has evolved with time. Different types of club formats have come. You've got the satellite club, you've got the passport club, you've got the corporate club. You can go to the Tata company today, Tata Consultancy Service, and tell them and ask them that let all your employees become members of Rotary. And you could have a Tata Borivali Rotary Club. Something like that. I could have a Tata Jamshedpur Rotary Club. I mean, that is the level we are wanting. We want that every format of clubs are available. You have a passport club, where probably you can attend your club meeting only once in 6 months. And today, the palette for the young generation, they are the need. The young generation, we have the e-club. You also have a satellite club where the main club can open a small club, because many times the smaller clubs in the large away from the city don't want to join. So you make them as a satellite club. So the options are various. What you need to do is exercise, be innovative. I was in Patna a couple of years before last in a membership seminar. And then I saw a lot of Rotary children were there in that seminar. They were there as guests. And suddenly something, dawned on me, and I said, okay, why don't I announce at 11 o'clock in the morning, I announced, why don't we have a Rotary Children Club named the Rotary Next Gen Patna Club? And you won't believe it, 11 o'clock I announced it. And by 1 o'clock, they had already 24 members signed up. In Patna has 20 clubs. 24 Rotary Next Gen, that means the children of Rotary signed up. And by the evening before I left Patna, by the time the seminar ended at 6 o'clock, we opened a club virtually. I mean, not virtually, I mean, we had to do some paperwork, but 43 children of Rotarians in Patna signed up to form the Rotary Patna Next Gen Club. Every city can have 10 clubs. Probably Bombay can have maybe 30 or 40 of these next gen clubs. Every area, Dadar can have one, Vadala can have one, Parel can have one, Parla can have one, Juhu can have one. Every area can have a next gen club. These are these ideas. Coming to this different formats of club, different thought process. You could have a couples club. There are so many couples. They want to come in and become members. So this is another format of couples. I see this is becoming very fashionable in Rotary in India. Yes, why not? Why not? You have a couples club. We have a single gender club, though we do not emphasize on that, but all said and done, they have a right to do things the way they want. And there is nothing wrong in that. And like I said in the morning, friends, women are 48% of our population is women. But however, I have spoken about it in the morning. I want to close this gender gap. This gender gap of 48% and only 14% in India needs to be closed very, very fast. People who look after our houses, people who look after our finances, people who look after our children, people who look after our well-being, they are the most ideal members of our club. Bring them in. Their viewpoint. If you want a developing nation, it is extremely important. If you want a developing organization, it is extremely important to have them in. It is extremely important. Then only our club will become vibrant. Coming to the Rotractors, I think it's extremely important to have more and more Rotractors coming into Rotary, because they are going to be our future Rotarians. Put in the seed of Rotary into them by bringing them and have more Rotract clubs. Also the transition, when are in school and when we graduate to college, do we go back to school? No. When we graduate from college to our businesses, do we go back to the college? No. Similar is the movement, Interact, Rotract and Rotary. This transition of Rotract to Rotary, giving them more opportunities. It is extremely important that we ask the Rotractors also in due time to transition, because there is more opportunity here. There is more intelligentsia here. There is more money available here. And that is the natural transition in every walk of life, including our own houses. We have children who grow and then they become individual. They take over our businesses and they displace us. That is exactly what Rotary is all about. Bring this intelligent people into Rotary and you will see Rotary will run like crazy. Friends, at the end, I would like to also say one more thing, is that Rotary is all about, Rotary is a party. And there is no party without members. Members ke bina, we are lost world. Rotary, invariably, people tell that Rotary is a service organization. I said, no, galat, absolutely galat. Rotary is not a service organization. Rotary is a member organization, an organization which is driven by its member. Service is a product of our membership. And I think any organization which has to be consistent, it needs to be having more and more members. And for this, we also need to have a good brand. Our brand value is built by our सोच, our आचरण, our thought process. कैसे हम व्यवहार करते हैं, कैसे हम लोगों के साथ मिलते हैं, कैसे लोगों की दुखों में शामिल होते हैं. How do we lend a hand? How are we there whenever, and are we dependable? Do you think that Rotarians are dependable? Rotarians are available. Rotarians are good people. Is this the brand we are generating in the crowd? Because when you give a good jam and high impact, this is built by a high impact local projects. You know what? You need to publicize. Gone are the days. पहले जमाने में कहते थे कि भाई बायां हाथ को नहीं पता होना चाहिए कि दायां हाथ क्या कहता है. ये जमाना बदल गया है. Before even the baya heart does anything, I would want the daina heart to go on to the terrace and shout out loud. There is no point, putting into the newspaper once your iCamp is over. I would love that, Sunil, whenever you have an iCamp, publicize it before the iCamp takes place. Put out an ad into the newspaper or in the Facebook or wherever you want, whichever media you are using. Tell that we are going to give limbs to the people who don't have legs. Come join us. And that's the time when you'll see many and hundreds will join you in this God's own work. That is the time you publicize your work, then people. Because when you publicize your work, it is not because hame glory chahiye. It is not because ki hame medals chahiye. Medals ki chaha nahi hai hame. Why we do this is because we inspire other people to do and join us. Today is the world of partnership. When you do this thing, you will inspire others to join you, and you will inspire, and they will come and join, and aapke saath haath batayenge. More the merrier. The world is not today that you work in silos. The world is today that you work in partnerships, and every partnership is welcome. And that's why I want each and every Rotarian here, be a champion storyteller. Be a champion storyteller and tell your stories, because when you tell your stories, people get excited to come in. Fellow Rotarians, service is our business. People around the world need Rotary more than ever before. For there are 1 billion hungry people, 2 billion illiterate people, and have no shelter and Medicare. They all need Rotarians to help. Friends, Rotary is a miracle made possible through its members. Rotary itself spells the essence, a ship driven by members. Nelson Mandela ने एक बार कहा था कि we can change the world and make it a better place. It is in our hands. We can change the world and make it in a better place. It is in our hands to make a difference. Each of you Rotarians here, each of you Rotarians of your district, each of you Rotarians in your clubs, you will serve Rotary better if you sponsor one new member to build a better world. So each one of you, I plead to you, I beg of you, in the next 12 months, I would ask each of you Rotarian, each one, bring one. That will make our organization the greatest organization of the world. So each one, bring one, and 100% retention. These are the two yardsticks I want every Rotarian to exercise in the coming year. Thank you very much. God bless each one of you. And may we become an organization of strength to strength. Thank you.